Yes, mate. Hope you're good. Apologies. I've just had a little look through your check-in. Everything looks absolutely spot on, mate. So it's going to be a nice, easy check-in for me. So I do appreciate your efforts. I'm just going to have a little scan through, see if there's any questions I need to address, and then we'll go through your stats and whatnot. Which is good because that's if I need to spend too much time on someone's check-in, it normally means things are going wrong, which obviously is not ideal. But in your case, it is not the problem. The only couple of things is obviously cables. I noticed that. Yeah, cables are a bit of a nightmare. They're a nightmare in every gym, to be honest with you, which is frustrating because they're such a good piece of kit, which I suppose makes sense why they're busy. So yeah, what I'll try and do is I'll go through your workouts. I'll have a look at the cable stuff, and then I'll make some suggestions what we can swap it for. In an ideal world, stick to the cables if you can get on them, but yeah, if you need to swap them out, I completely understand. Sometimes they are a bit of a nightmare, but it's not worth completely swapping them out just because they are a very good piece of kit. At the end of the day, mate, if you're doing different exercises, yes, it can be quite difficult to track sometimes, but as long as you're training with good quality and good intensity, that is the most important thing. I'm only going to swap it like for like anyway, so it shouldn't impact things, to be honest with you. Healthy snacks and research options. Yeah, that is something, obviously, I put that in the group the other day. I was hoping a few more people would chime in with some suggestions, but I'll have a speak with Eddie because I'd like to put a little list together for some people because I know snacks, they're not the best for diet and snacks, but they are very useful at times. For me personally, Pepsi Max Cherry is my go-to for my sweet tooth. And then anything like these protein yogurt sachet things, I keep a load of them in the fridge just to keep me going. Dead handy. For me, it's all about convenience. But yeah, I'll have a little think, see what we can do about that. Variety of cable workouts, yeah, discussed. And then obviously work night out on Friday. Now, if you do want to go on a work night out on Friday, it is doable. I know you don't really want to anyway, by the sounds of it, you're a bit like me. You just got to be smart with it. If you're going to be drinking, you've got to make smarter choices. So things like spirits with a sugar-free mixer are always going to have considerably less calories than, let's say, a beer or a cider. So your choices are, I'd always go for singles over doubles because you'll end up drinking about the same amount of drinks. So you might have 5 singles or 5 doubles, but obviously the 5 doubles will have double the calories. So there's little things that you can do. If you want to have a couple of drinks, you can make it work. You just got to kind of obviously bank some calories during the week when possible, and then do a little bit of extra cardio, and you'll be fine. Then my main issue with alcohol, it's not really alcohol itself, it's the decisions that people make during or after. So if you can manage a hangover, it gets rid of probably 70% of the issue with people drinking. The hangover is definitely the biggest problem. People drink the next day, they don't want to get back on plan, they want to get a McDonald's, and that's where the trouble really starts. Can you fit a few drinks in? Yes, absolutely. Can you fit the kebab in on the way home and then a Mackey's the next day? No, not really. So yeah, as long as you're smart about it, you can make it work. And if when it gets close to the time, give us a shout, and obviously we can go through any suggestions with you. But they are very manageable. But if you don't really want to do it anyway, then it's not always the best idea. Physique wise, I mean, body weight, mate, is still absolutely nailing it. To be losing over a kilo on average per week at this point is very, very good, so you should be proud of yourself. I just had a look at this earlier. I think the heaviest you were 92.6, and today you were 87, so that's like, what, 5.6 kilos off in 3 weeks. It's nearly 2 kilos a week. That is very, very good, my friend, and if you carry on with that, then we're going to see some very, very good results at the end, which I'm looking forward to. Training-wise, let's have a little look. Incline Smith. So yeah, all I'm really looking for here is, like I've probably said in the past, is obviously the green arrows up. Obviously the red arrows and reps is fine if you've gone heavier in weight. So as long as they're all going green, which they definitely are, quite considerably to be fair. So all looks very good training wise. And then, as I've probably said, I tend to look at people's reps, what they're doing. That is the biggest red flag for me, like 10-10-10, always a bit of a questionable one. But yours 7-6-14, they're a little bit all over the place, but I mean that in the best possible way. It means that you're not just stopping on a certain rep because it sounds right, you're actually stopping because it feels right, which is the most important thing. So yeah, upper A looks all very good, mate. It's got some nice numbers in there. 80 kilo plate loaded shoulder press, very good. Lower A, up, everything up, very nice. Testing myself, showing myself how much improvement on legs. Yeah, like honestly, when people actually try and push themselves, your body, or everybody's body, is much more stronger than people give it kind of credit for. It's usually your brain that tells you to stop. It's not actually your body. Your body can go and go and go. It's your brain that tells you, oh, this is too much. Maybe stop that. So as soon as you can kind of start to switch that little feeling off, obviously as safely, you'd be really impressed with how strong the human body actually can be. Good workout, just different cable machine. Yeah, I discussed that already. That's fine. Test myself. 6 felt good. 2 sets. That was a very good improvement. So he went up in weight and up in reps. Very, very good. Use a different cable machine last week. Yeah, don't worry too much about that. That's the best thing you can do is just pop it in your notes, just so you're aware and I'm aware as well. Different cable machine. I got 44. Good pump up. 8 is absolutely fine, my friend. D handle good. And then push a. When was that? 26. Good workout, feel strong, just got weaker on the seated bicep curls, not sure why. Yeah, we already discussed that. If it's right at the end of your workout and you've had an absolutely mega workout, which I remember this one was, expect to be tired at the end of your workout. It's not the end of the world. Like, if your compounds are going up, that is more important. Last set stopped at 12 pounds, then go again to push out more. Yeah, so like a rest pause set. Bodyweight dips, much harder, so that's a big improvement. Still throbs, but gave it my all. Will you let me know if there's any other exercises the elbow's throbbing? If it's throbbing on front raises, I would imagine it's probably tendonitis to some degree. Let me know which side it is. Is it closer or is it outside? So like close to your body or is it outside? If it's one of those, it'll likely be tennis or golfer's elbow. I think that one inside is golfer's. That one's tennis. So we can have a look at that because with it being lat raises, that rings alarm bells for me for tendonitis. I've got tendonitis in this one. It's a friggin' nightmare. Not much you can do about it really, other than work around it. It just kind of goes when it wants to. I know that's pretty shit advice, but it's just the way it is. So yeah, let me know if it's inside your elbow, outside your elbow, or if it's somewhere completely different. Then it'll be something else. But from what you've said, I think it might be tendonitis of some degree. Nutrition wise, it's been very good. Protein's been over target, calories have been under target, which I can tell that by your weight loss. Now, your nutrition is a bit mad, I'm not going to lie. It's a bit, there doesn't seem a lot of structure there. That being said, if it's working for you, I have absolutely no issues with that at all. As long as you are hitting your protein, you're not super hungry all the time, and you're losing weight, then honestly, that's all that really matters. Yes, we could maybe tidy it up a little bit. If your performance was dropping, then I'd maybe look to tidy it up. But to be honest with you, the way everything else is going, I have zero issues with this right now. If things start to be an issue in the future, then we can tidy it up. But I wouldn't change it now, if I'm being completely honest. If it's working, don't change it. I live by that motto. So yeah, if your hunger's okay, obviously I expect you to be somewhat hungry. If your training's going well, which it is, and you're hitting your protein target and you're under your calorie targets, we have nothing to be concerned about in terms of nutrition. Nothing needs to change. Sometimes obviously structuring things sound good, but sometimes it can be too much for people and it just doesn't quite work for them. Activity wise, I know your output's always good. 86,000 steps over 7 days, so what's that? I'm trying to do quick math. 12,000 average or something. 180 cardio, absolutely perfect. Recovery, sleep quality is really good, which we like. Muscle soreness is 2 or 3, which is perfect. Energy levels high, beautiful. Habit's been pretty solid, just missing a couple over the weekend, but I'm assuming you just... Oh no, sorry, that is... Ignore me, that is from this weekend. Of course you're not doing them. Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, mate, absolutely. I know it's been a bit of a long check-in, but I just wanted to go through everything with you. But if I'm being completely honest, mate, everything is absolutely spot on, so don't change a damn thing. Obviously, let me know about your elbow. Is it inside? Is it outside? Let me know if you're super hungry. Obviously, I don't want you to be super hungry. But other than that, mate, just keep doing what you're doing because currently you are in the lead for fat loss. So I know you're a bit of a stressor when you think you're not doing enough or you're not getting the results that you should be. But you are. You definitely are. Let's have a look at these pictures. Completely forgot to do it. Yeah, like your stomach looks way lean. You can see this section's going. So yeah, it's really good, mate. And I do look forward to how this is going to look at the end of this 8 weeks because I think it'll be very good. I think you're in top spot at the moment, mate. So there you go. Enjoy that one. If you need anything, give us a shout, but nothing really needs to change. I'll be completely honest with you. So have a good weekend and let us know if you need any help supporting you with next Friday if you do decide to go.